What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning. So come by and say hello. All right, guys, I wanted to talk about guild points because we know that that is going to be launching soon in one of the upcoming updates, and we are getting a ton of it from Burning for the Great Burning DEC for the Great Burning event that is currently going on. So you can see here we've already had over 300 million DEC burned. And one of the conversations I was having with Darkest Night, so I'm going to give him a shout out because he's kind of the inspiration for this video, was I hope that we can use guild points for something other than just building upgrades in the future. And you think about just how, for example, look at Housewife FTW, right? This account has burned so much. This is going to have like 20 million guild points. I don't know, like within one guild, you can't even burn 20 million right now. So my hope is that we will see and maybe even get teased something about guild points for the future. Now, again, I don't know, I don't know if the team has anything planned. I haven't heard anything. This is all pure speculation, but we do have still 27 days left in the event. 27 days left in the event. There's a couple of town halls in there. I would hope that we can hear maybe some plans for certain things down the line or, at some point in the future. Maybe not, over the next couple of months, but maybe by the end of the year. Again, the team is slammed for a bunch of different projects right now, but once Land 1.5 is out, it'd be cool to see them focus on potential other use cases for guild points. Now, again, I'm not saying that I want them to do that and sacrifice anything else. I'm just saying that this would be a really cool, nice to have so that people know that guild points won't just be for Land in the future. So I have two ideas, the first of which is going to be very simple, but part of me is wondering, can we, maybe we should just open up the guild shop for guild points where you can go in and you would be burning your guild points, right? So it's essentially you burn DEC for guild points, and now that DEC is going to get burned for bloodstones and power stones. Does that take away future demand for DEC? It does, but I think it would help appease a lot of the people who bought a lot, to help participate, and then realize that they probably weren't going to get either on the leaderboard or in the top 60, top 10, top 200, whatever it is. So again, that would be a pitch that I would put out there. Again, it's not perfect, and not just power and bloodstones, but I guess anything that's in the guild in terms of the guild store. And it'd be cool if we could actually get more items in the guild store. And we know that Cryptomancer has been teasing the fact that he wants this to happen. I don't know if the team has any actual ideas yet, or if it's just on their wish list or things that they plan to do. But it'd be cool to get more items as guilds get expanded out, hopefully in the second half of this year. The second of which, and this is where I'll credit Darkest Night because he kind of brought it to my attention, was it would be awesome if there was a way for not guild points, but for guilds to be tied in with Land somehow. And what I mean by that is, well, if you have Land, maybe you could delegate it to the guild or have it be part of like a guild ownership. Again, it's still going to be in your main account. So for example, let's say I take one of my land plots, but then I delegate it to the guild, and there would be certain benefits, like the guild would be able to do maybe cool stuff with Land. Again, this may not be for Land 1.5. In fact, I don't think that there's anything that they're going to do that they can do for it with Land 1.5, but I'm talking about Land 2.0, Land 3.0. So this is further down the line. But it would just be cool for that intersection to happen between guilds and Land, so that we could essentially say, like, all right, well, the guild doesn't own this. Like, we'll just, Aftersound still owns this plot of land, but it's being delegated to the guild. So many of the guild members may have some kind of benefit. Now, the easy thing that you could do is we all need DEC for Land. So if you delegate the Land to the guild, maybe people can use guild points on that Land to cover for some of the DEC cost. Again, I know some of the benefits, some of the disadvantages are the fact that we're going to take away from the upcoming DEC demand that we're hoping for with Land. But ultimately, that DEC was burned now, right? So it's not like it was just coming out of nowhere. We're not kind of creating unnecessary inflation. We're just saying that the DEC that's burned right now for this event could potentially have some other benefits. Now, I don't want it to be a straight thing where it's just like, oh, you use guild points to get rid of DEC staking. I actually think I mean, that could be one thing, but that would take away from the demand. I actually think it'd be cool if on your land, let's say you delegate it to a guild, maybe the building that you build in land 2.0 or 2.5 or 3.0 could be a guild specific building, at which point people could then delegate guild points to that building, right? So again, this is stuff that is just very hypothetical, very high level. But I'm just trying to figure out ways in which people can get excited about the event as we go on over the next 27 days, knowing that the team is at least thinking about how they want to implement some other things. Now, that all being said, what do I say on the channel all the time? Don't do anything until there's a post, right? Don't, nothing is set in stone. And obviously this stuff is going to be further down the timeline. So don't make financial decisions based on what the team says. Don't make financial decisions based on what I say on this channel. This is not financial advice, right? But my point with this is there are a lot of people that probably want to burn more DEC to have guild points to help the economy. And it's not a financial decision. This is not an investment, but it's like, I want cool stuff in the game. And just to know that more cool stuff is coming down the pipeline that could be added in for land and guilds, or even just guilds on their own, right? Again, I don't know what the team has planned outside of the new buildings. But ultimately adding a little bit more value and utility to guild points and teasing it now, again, is dangerous. I admit that is dangerous because we don't know the timeline, we don't know the scope, we don't know how long it'll take, or what kind of impact it'll be. But it would get me excited about being like, well, I've burned X amount of DEC so far. Let me top up mine, right? Again, not as a financial decision, not as I'm going to invest because I think this is going to be worth more in the future. No, it's just like, it sounds like there's cool stuff for guild points, right? Aside from just what I'm allocating for buildings over the next couple of weeks and months once guild points go live, it may be something where it's just like, you know what? This sounds cool, and I don't mind waiting for it for a year or half a year, 6 months, whatever it is. Let me throw in a couple more, right? It's going to help the economy now. We'll burn more. I was planning on, burning some DEC anyway. That's kind of where my head is at about it. Are there downsides and drawbacks? Yes, especially with all the salt that is thrown around here. But for me personally, I'm just being honest, this is what I would like to see if the team can tease any high level things that they do have on a, unreleased roadmap, for example. Just like, these are the things we want to do at guilds. We don't have the time frame for it yet, but this is kind of the game plan. So those are just my thoughts. Yes, it's not perfect, but the conversation I was having with Darkest Night, one of the things that he wanted, and I've actually been talking with several other folks, it's just like, guild points are cool, but once I'm done upgrading my guild buildings, like, what do I do with them, right? So that's kind of what spurred this idea for, like, it would be cool to get more utility. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. And it being teased has its drawbacks, but I would still like to be teased with what the team could be planning for the future. That's what makes the town halls so fun. That's what makes this project so fun, is that we get a little peek behind the curtain every week on the town halls to see what the team is working on and what direction they're headed. And that's probably one of the main reasons that I've stayed so engaged with the project versus others, where they just, hey, here's a new update. We haven't talked about it. We haven't said anything, but here you go. So that's all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Otherwise, I will catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.